Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to my circuit experience guide. So today we have the Willow Springs. This is the streets of Willow Springs layout using the Brute 4 Mustang. So as always, as it goes through the separate sectors, I'll give you some hints and tips on the track and the car. So the first hints are to do with the car. As always, run zero traction control. If you have to run some, run it on 1 or as low as possible. But it will, slow your lap times down. You do really need to get used to running zero traction controls for these. Also run a manual transmission. Trust me, once you've got used to it, it just makes the game so much easier. Okay, so the general layout of this track is quite tight and can be quite confusing if you've not really ran it before. I know it's not in any of the career mode races or anything like that, so it can be quite a strange layout. One thing I would recommend if you need to is the driving line and the braking markers. Don't be ashamed to use them. We will use them from time to time. It does feel a bit like a mini go-kart track really. A lot of the corners are marked by cones, which is just really weird, and it can throw you off when you come into the corners quite quickly. So now some tips for the car itself. Obviously we're running the Group 4 Mustang here. Grip wise, it's brilliant. You don't really need to worry about the back end coming out too much. It might kick out a little bit, but it is controllable. Like most American cars in this game, you can keep the gears quite high. Okay, so onto the gold lap guide itself. So obviously we're going up the straight, it's going to curve around a bit here. This is quite a tricky section. So as you go around here, just before this board, the second to last one, I used that as my brake marker. So as I was coming up to that, I'd get down into second. So it's quite tight through here. Again, try to keep your downshifts through corners and stuff to an absolute minimum, because that can kick the back end out. So this is what I mean with the cones. They can throw you off if you don't really know the track. So I put the line on here to just make sure I basically go the right way, because it is quite a really confusing layout. Here is a bit of a tricky corner, so I went down to second, and then it's just a case of accelerating out. So the first couple of sectors aren't too bad. This for me was the trickiest sector, so you can go a lot quicker than you think through here. As it comes around to that left, you're just going to brake, hard brake there, you're going to go into first and then shift back up quite quick. So here, you're going to sort of cut across a little bit, get it into second, and then just over this curve a little bit and accelerate out as fast as you can to the finish. I'll see you in the next one guys, cheers.